A haven in Piet Retief, a town where more than half the residents live with HIV. The Oswelo Child Youth Care Centre provides therapy, counselling and shelter to orphaned, neglected and abused children. The Deputy President paid a courtesy visit.
We have 48 children at present, and 20% of our children are HIV positive and receive ARVs.
Leading by example, the Deputy President, Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi, Mpumalanga Premier David Mabuza and singer Loyiso Bala took a public HIV test. Then yet another attempt to drive the message home.
You may have tested in 2010 or 2011, test again this year and every other year.
And a call on men to circumcise. Government's target is 1 million men over the next 12 months and 4 million by 2016.
Medical male circumcision is a proven effective component of our HIV prevention package. Once 80% of men have been medically circumcised, projections tell us that this will prevent 500,000 new HIV infections and 100,000 deaths over the course of the next decade.
Several NGOs are still unhappy with government's efforts.
The government must do more. It must scale up its programs. We're also saying that some of the problems that people in communities are facing must be addressed. So in particular, we wanted to say today that there is a big problem with clinics that don't have enough medicines or that have stockouts of medicines. And that's a disaster for people with HIV.
South Africa is making strides with a record number of people on ARVs. Globally, the epidemic is also beginning to be controlled, but stigma, denial and complacency are still huge challenges. Globally, over 35 million people live with HIV. HIV and AIDS-related illnesses are still one of the leading causes of death worldwide, especially in lower-income regions such as sub-Saharan Africa. In South Africa, an estimated 6.4 million people live with HIV and AIDS. A significant increase in life expectancy among those living with HIV is attributed to the dramatic increase in antiretroviral therapy.
With this, let's take a look at other World AIDS Day events.
A message of hope. This remains the ultimate target.
Testing is very important, just to know your status.
As youth, we are facing more difficulties, and so I mobilize them to go and test.
KwaZulu-Natal is the worst affected province. Speeding up HIV treatment is showing results.
The other thing that the UN has commended us on is mother-to-child transmission. We have a number of children that are being born without HIV and AIDS, which is quite an exciting thing.
Northwest Premier Thandi Modise advocated a radical intervention.
I'm very passionate about this matter, chemical castration. I think I'm lobbying very hard for it, for repeat offenders, because I think that a repeat offender is somebody who's doing things, who's taking people for granted.
Further afield, a candlelight procession ushered in commemorations in India. Scores then took to the streets to spread awareness. In Australia, Myanmar's Nobel Peace Prize laureate launched a zero discrimination campaign.
Its behavior in the sense of cruelty, in the sense of lack of understanding, in the sense of discriminating against others, that is unacceptable in our world.
It is indeed a day to remember those 38 million people who died from HIV/AIDS. It is a day to celebrate our collective success, celebrate the result of global solidarity. It is also a day to renew our commitment for the future.
Pope Francis urged the world to show solidarity with people living with HIV.
Let us pray for everyone, including the doctors and the researchers. May every sick person without expectation have access to the care they need.
The White House was wearing its heart on its sleeve, and world-renowned DJs took to the stage in Australia. Concert proceeds will fund HIV medication in sub-Saharan Africa.
Let's eradicate this, man. It's like the Red Campaign says, dance. Let's dance away the problems together, you know, as a world, as a nation.
Julian Play, SABC News.